I still remember the smell of damp concrete before I remember the sound of my own voice. That's how it begins for me, not with screams, not with tears, but with silence so heavy it felt like it was sitting on my chest. The day my son locked the door behind me, I didn't understand that I was stepping into a prison. I thought it was temporary. I thought blood meant something. I thought motherhood was a shield no one could break. I was wrong. Before this story goes any further, if you enjoy powerful stories of betrayal, justice, and shocking consequences, please subscribe to Silent Revenge Story. Share this video with someone who loves real-life drama, and press the bell icon so you never miss a story that hits deep. I raised my son, Daniel, with hands that were never empty of work. I cleaned floors that weren't mine, cooked meals for people who barely knew my name, and stitched torn clothes late into the night so he could go to school with dignity. His father died when Daniel was 9. From that day forward, the world became sharp and cold, and I became both mother and father. Daniel was bright, too bright, people said. He learned early how to read people, how to smile at the right moment, how to say what others wanted to hear. I was proud of that once. I didn't know that skill, sharpened without conscience, could become a weapon. When Daniel met Vanessa, everything changed. She walked into our lives wearing confidence like perfume, strong, sweet, impossible to ignore. She laughed loudly, touched Daniel's arm when she spoke, and looked at me as if I were furniture. Still, I welcomed her. I cooked her favorite meals. I made space in my small house for her opinions, her moods, her sharp little comments disguised as jokes. At first, Daniel brushed them off. "That's just how she talks, Mom." Then he stopped brushing them off. Soon, every disagreement in the house somehow became my fault. If Vanessa was unhappy, I was too controlling. If she felt uncomfortable, I was intrusive. If Daniel came home late and tired, it was because I stressed him. I began to shrink inside my own home. The night everything broke was quiet. No shouting, no drama. Daniel asked me to come downstairs. Vanessa was sitting on the couch, legs crossed, her face carefully neutral. "Mom," Daniel said, "we need to talk." Those words used to mean honesty. That night they meant judgment. They told me I was unstable, that I was interfering in Daniel's life, that I made Vanessa feel unsafe. Unsafe. The word echoed in my ears like a lie looking for a home. I laughed at first. I thought it was a misunderstanding. Then Daniel slid a paper across the table. It was a document accusing me of emotional abuse, erratic behavior, and threats I had never made. Vanessa had prepared it. I knew it instantly. The language was too polished, too clean, too cruel. "You just need time to calm down," Daniel said. "We've arranged a place for you." A place. That place was a windowless storage building behind a property Daniel owned, a structure meant for tools and broken furniture. He told me it was temporary. A few days. A week at most. The door closed, the lock turned. And no one came back. Days blurred into weeks, weeks rotted into months. The room was cold in winter, suffocating in summer. My meals came once a day through a small opening. No phone, no visitors, no sunlight. I knocked at first, then I begged, then I saved my strength. I learned the sound of Daniel's footsteps, how they slowed when he felt guilty, how they hurried when Vanessa was nearby. She never spoke to me directly again. 2 years passed. 2 years of counting cracks in the wall. 2 years of replaying every moment of motherhood, searching for the mistake that had cost me my freedom. 2 years of understanding something far more terrifying than hatred. Indifference. Daniel didn't hate me. He had simply decided I no longer mattered. What saved me was not love, it was greed. Daniel wanted to sell the property. A buyer came to inspect it. The buyer heard a sound. A voice. Mine. Authorities arrived. Locks were broken. Light exploded into my eyes like punishment. I was carried out, thin, shaking, barely recognizable. Daniel said it was a misunderstanding. Vanessa cried they blamed stress, mental health, confusion. But walls remember. And so do neighbors. The investigation moved slowly, too slowly. Daniel was not arrested immediately. Money cushions falls. Influence softens consequences. They released me into the world with apologies and paperwork. What they didn't know was that prison had given me something I never had before. Time. Time to think. Time to plan. I did not seek revenge in anger. I built it with patience. I went quiet. I accepted help. I smiled at social workers. I spoke softly to lawyers. I told everyone I wanted peace. Daniel believed it. Vanessa underestimated me. I gathered records, neighbors' statements, old messages Daniel thought were deleted, financial documents Vanessa had carelessly left unshredded. I learned how Daniel's business worked, where the cracks were, who he had lied to, who he had cheated. When I was strong enough, I walked into the courthouse not as a victim, but as a witness. The trial was public. The story was irresistible. A son, a mother, a locked room. Daniel's face when he realized what was happening will stay with me forever. Not fear, not regret. Shock. Vanessa tried to leave town. She couldn't. Her name was already attached to too many documents, too many testimonies. The verdict didn't come fast, but it came true. Daniel lost his business first, then his reputation, then his freedom. Vanessa disappeared from his life the moment consequences arrived. On the day Daniel was sentenced, he looked at me across the courtroom. Why, he whispered. I didn't raise my voice. You taught me, I said, that silence can destroy a person. I walked out free. I don't hate my son. I don't forgive him either. I live now in a small house filled with light. I drink tea in the mornings. I sleep without locks on the inside of my doors. Some people ask if revenge healed me. It didn't. Justice did. And if there is one truth I leave you with, it's this. The people who believe they can erase you often forget one thing. You are still watching. And one day you will be heard.